Hello and welcome to episode 14 of Mad Dialogue with me, Michelle.
And me, Skylar.
I hope everybody's doing well. I just want to say something before we get into today's episode. Skylar and I would like to apologize for the poor picture quality that you have been receiving if you was watching it on YouTube. We had no idea it was that bad. Honestly. So shout out to Katie for bringing it to our attention, and shout out to Iz for helping us rectify it. So you should be seeing us clearer now, hopefully. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but nevertheless, you should be able to see us more clearly. So this week we are doing part 2 of the Great Sex Experiment. We brought the Great Sex Experiment part 1 on episode 10. I'm so sorry, I cannot even remember the couple's name. I want to say Kirsty.
Connor.
That's it. Right. Well done, Skylar. So the other couple that was part of the experiment at the time, but we didn't really see much of them, was a couple called Chanice and Richardo. This episode, it focused more on Chanice and Richardo. Yeah. So let's just do a little recap. Basically, Richardo was happy for a threesome with another female. Chanice wanted to do another couple. That way, she said, nobody would get left out. They approached 2 lovely young ladies who were part of the singles. Both of them politely declined. And this week, they approached another young lady called Tony.
Yes.
And she was receptive. And so she went back to their room and proceeded to give Richardo a blowjob. He did, didn't she? Yeah, she did.
No.
Yeah, she did. Oh, sorry.
She
first,
kissed his penis, and then.
Oh, is that all she did?
Yeah, she kissed it.
Oh, I thought it was a blowjob. But anyway, but her and Chanice had a kiss,
and him and her did.
But the problem is that Chanice, her insecurities started to come out. You could blatantly see she really wasn't feeling the whole interaction between them both. And obviously Tony picked up on the energy, didn't she? And so she left.
Yeah.
And then the next night, they did a complete flip, didn't they? Yeah. And they hosted an orgy. Yeah. And Chanice was...
really into it.
She was. With another female... She went down on her, and the female went down on her also.
Because it was the first girl.
That's what she said. But Richardo, he himself was standing on the sideline. He even said to the therapist that he was too busy looking at all the other penises. And I said, maybe it was a comparison thing. Yeah. And then the therapist confirmed by saying exactly the same thing I said. So I think he was more focused. And I think then his insecurities were setting in because maybe some men were more well endowed than him, let's put it that way. But in the end, they ended up having sex just with each other.
Yeah, and then she brought him into the
fold. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that before?
But then she was the same one going down on him, and that other lady was just like massaging him, basically.
But it was something, rather than him standing in the corner.
But it was the whole thing of watching the whole interactions. Like, everybody was having sex with everybody. At one point, there was like 3 couples, and the women were all receiving it doggy style. And it was as though they were having a conversation with each other whilst they were getting... Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about all that.
For me, I didn't see one condom.
No, they showed them. They had.
Did they?
Like how you'd go and you'd have.
I'm not being funny, but you can't tell me that they are constantly they're going to keep up with that.
No, it gets to a point where
there was 15 of them, wasn't there?
Yeah. Me personally, I get grossed out.
What was that thing that you were saying whilst we was watching it, and you were saying about the guy that went and he participated in an orgy and what?
Oh, yeah. And basically, he was so excited. He's like, I've always wanted to do this. He had an orgy. And then it was him at the doctor's later. And the doctor's like, so you've got gonorrhea, chlamydia, AIDS, like everything. And he's just sitting there.
Like, is it worth it? And for me, because there was another couple, Tom and Nat,
yeah.
Excuse me, and they had a no kissing rule, and then when they were in the hot tub rather, sorry, with Connor and Holly, who were singles, she broke the no kissing rule, and so then he broke the no kissing rule, and
he went harder,
and it was so obvious. He was like, basically, this is what happens when you break the no kissing rule, and she actually admitted that she felt jealous.
Yeah,
and so for me, it's just how the dynamic switches. Like, you know, he was insecure about the whole thing and she was up for it, and then now she's insecure and he's up for it. Do you know what I'm saying? And for me, you know, people can say, oh, like, no, you know, they don't fancy that person, but there has to be an element of attraction.
Yeah, definitely.
In order for you to want to even...
You're not going to want to have sex with someone that you're not attracted to.
Exactly.
You know, that goes without saying. And I think, you know, there's a lot of people that even I could look at and think, oh, they're attractive, but that doesn't mean per se that I'd have sex with them. So it also goes into that. Like, I do find that weird. There's not many people that I've looked at and thought I'd want to have sex with them. So I feel like even if I went to one of those things, I wouldn't. I mean, I'd be really fucking picky. Like, I'd be in the orgy, be like, oh, all right, thank you so much.
I'm sorry, you can call me a prude and you can call me whatever you want. You will never find me. The only time you'd find me there if I was like the therapist and I was giving them advice. Do you know what I mean?
I can never say never. I'm still only 17. But right now, at this moment in time, that's not something that I would like to do, because I just more thinking of the germ aspect of it. And just how many.
So if you're thinking like that now, how much worse do you think you would be years from now? It will get worse.
Yeah, probably.
It will literally get worse.
You never know. I could just go through a drastic change in life and say, fuck it. Yeah, I don't know. But
that could be like your 50th birthday gift to yourself or something. Because you know, it was one on your bucket list. But I'll be honest with you. Don't get me wrong. That's never been an option, if you get what I mean. I've never been propositioned.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
In that way.
I'm surprised.
I guess I'm enough.
No, but I'm surprised like people like couples haven't came up to you and offered. Like,
no, don't get me wrong. I remember when your dad and we was on holiday, and there was a couple, and the way how they were acting, we both got the impression that they wanted to swing with us.
Yeah, but you just had a baby.
Yeah, I know, and obviously I still look damn fine. But like
them breastfeeding boobies.
But nobody ever actually. Oh my gosh! Ugh. But nobody actually ever. Well, no, Neo was almost one, but at the same time, nobody actually verbalized it. You know what I mean? And actually came out and said, "Oh, would you?"
Yeah, I wonder.
Oh, tell a lie. Once, a guy said to me in front of his missus, do you fancy coming back to our place for a threesome? And she was like, oi! And she was not happy. She was not happy because he said that. So yes, I have been once. Once, but obviously I declined. No, thank you, I'm fine. I'm good. But yeah, I don't know how people put themselves in them situation, because I know the first couple we watched in the first episode, I know that it worked for them.
Yeah, well, it worked for these two as well. It said they met up with one of the same couples again and had sex with them, and you know they're continuing to. But they hosted another party.
You see, this is the problem. We're going to keep watching this show, and then I'm going to want to keep bringing parts back. But I'd be curious to see how Nat and Tom fare. You know, but once again, like you say, it's a quick switch. You know what I mean? Everybody's things changes. But me personally, I just think that it's a big risk that you are taking, bringing somebody else into your sex life.
Definitely.
You know, and I understand about spicing it up and all of the rest of it, but you know, every boy, every girl. But at the same time, you know, I think you have to think about the other side of it. Like, what if this? What if, you know, your partner finds the person you've brought in more attractive than you?
Yeah.
What if they give better head than you? Like, I'm just saying, like, you know, these are things that I don't think they think about
Yeah.
enough. I think in the initial beginning, they're just thinking about the idea of it and the experience and how they feel. I don't think they look deep into the emotional side of things, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like I said, I know you said you're, 17 and you just don't know. But as for me, no, you know how I feel about sexual energy.
Yeah.
And, sexual energy is like the biggest energy you can exchange with somebody. And I'm just not down with giving it to any and anybody. Okay, that's why I really think I should throw myself a celibacy party this year.
Okay,
I really do.
it hasn't hit. What milestone has it hit?
It will be the 6th year.
Okay, wait till 10 then.
How dare you? Who said I want to wait till 10? I might have a man by then about wait till 10. Yes, because my name's Sister Mary Clarence. No.
Well, even she wasn't celibate, so yes.
Well, you know what? If it comes to that, then so be it. But yeah, I'm just not really about giving it up that free and easy.
No, I hear that.
But I'm not here to judge. Everybody, you do you know what I mean? You're on your own path and so on and so forth. So on that note, we are going to leave it here this week. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. Really, really appreciate every single person that watches. So thank you. And a big shout out to our subscribers as well. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Y'all.
And so on that note, as always, I am sending an abundance of love and light. It's goodbye from me, Michelle, and goodbye from Skylar.
Bye.
Bye.